What's up, fam? I'm Joey. You know, today we have a superstar here joining us on the show, and he is someone who really doesn't need an introduction, but I'll give you a brief one. All right, just a few words. First off, clarity, beautiful now, happy now. In fact, he really likes us to do things right now. The Middle and his latest single with Marimorse, once again, a song called Make You Say. Today we have DJ producer extraordinaire Zedd. What's up?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
I am so very well. And by the way, happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
33? Or can the world know about this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm 33, but I think I'm turning 23 for the 10th time. That's what it feels like to me.
23 was a huge year.
It is.
That was when everything blew up for you too, right?
Yep.
It's been a decade since Spectrum and Clarity came out. In fact, around this time of the year, what's changed? Do you looking back at your career so far, was there a turning point that made you the Zedd you are now?
Well, what's changed is I live in a different country, so that's a pretty big one. The short of it is I'm living my dream. I've been living my dream for a decade. My dream has been to make music and hopefully make people happy with it and perform live. And I've done that since I was a kid. And I'm incredibly lucky that close to 30 years later, I still get to do exactly that, make music and make people happy. So it doesn't get much better than that. But I've done everything at this point.
Yeah, you have. In fact, we're going to talk about some of the other ventures that you got onto, but let's focus on the single first, Make You Say. This is a collaboration that you did with a couple of pretty big names in industry. First off, Charlie Puth, I think everybody knows. And then there is the songwriter Jacob Kasher, who's written a lot of big hits out there. You also found a DJ duo called Bose.
Yeah.
And of course, there's Marimorse. Yeah. So were you sitting on the single for a while before you guys finished off the final touch on it?
Yeah, Bose and I started working on the instrumental over 4 years ago or something like that. I think I've started playing it out about 4 years ago, but back then there were no vocalists or no vocals at all. And then I went to the studio with Charlie Puth to actually work on something completely different. And at the end of the session, I just showed him what else I was working on, and he's like, "Dude, this is so good." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been trying to write a vocal, but nothing makes sense to me." And he came up with something really amazing. So we was like, "Okay, let's work on this one. Forget about what we did before. Let's work on this song." So we kind of recorded a demo. And there still was no rush to release it because I thought I'll just put this on my album later on. And then Apple reached out to us and they heard the song and they really loved it and they wanted it to be part of their Made on iPad campaign. So we were like, okay, well, let's finish the song. Marin loved it. So I flew to Nashville and we finished the song right there and then because it didn't have a bridge yet, it didn't have an ending. So we wrote that, recorded that, and then we shot the video a couple days later after that, which everything happened really fast.
Yeah.
But we technically started 4 years ago.
Okay. The first, maybe the first melodies or the first hooks started 4 years ago and the final touches didn't come around.
No, I mean, it was pretty, there's a clip of me playing it out in 2019 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. It was well on the way. It just didn't have the right vocal. And that to me is a really important part. And I told Bose back then, it's like, hey, I just want to let you know that sometimes it takes me years to get the song to where I want it to be, to where I think it's perfect to release. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. I don't think they actually thought that it was going to be years, but here we are.
Hey, just out of curiosity, you've been doing this for a while. You're a producer, but also a DJ. Do you ever try out different hooks or bridges, the melodies at live shows just to see how people respond and then make a note I'll put this in a song later?
I used to do this a lot more than I do these days.
Yeah.
I like to keep it a little bit more, I guess, secretive. I still do it here and there, but not that much anymore. I do it more with a mix. If I like the mix or if I need more bass, the kick is loud enough.
Yeah.
Do I feel it or not? Are my balls shaking or not? That kind of stuff. That I can try that out.
My ball shaking or not. I love that's an expression. I don't know if that's a common vernacular in the world of DJs.
I don't even know if it is one, but I just
Okay, so yeah, the single is out along with a lot of publicity, and we're absolutely loving it here. Now, I want to ask you about something that happened almost exactly a year ago, where it's also a new tech release, but this is something that you worked on with a video game, a first-person shooter called Valorant, right, where you designed a skin for their weaponries and a whole line of their basically in-game products. So this was very interesting because you're a gamer yourself.
Yeah.
Are you still gaming these days? And did you enjoy this kind of collaborations?
Oh, I loved working on it. Yes, I'm still gaming whenever I'm home. Like at night after I'm done with everything, like my boys and I go on Discord and we start gaming. Still play Valorant. I really enjoyed the process because it was just something I had never done before.
Yeah.
It's such a different line of work. You're a part of something much bigger, while when I make music, like my song is everything. Nothing else matters. And in this case, there's competitive integrity. Like you have to make sure that when you use my skin and it sounds completely different, there is no type of advantage against another skin, but I still want mine to feel better, look better. So it was a 9 month long or even longer process, from like sketches to, you know, rough versions to final versions. And it was super fun to work on it. And the Riot team has just been so amazing to work with them. They were so enthusiastic, and like nothing was too crazy. And we went way beyond where we wanted to land, and it was awesome.
So I'm curious about the aftermath of these kind of collaborations, right? Because you're someone, I mean, you're 33 now, you've been in the game for a decade, but you're always trying new things, which I think is amazing. Skins in video games are basically a form of NFT, right? So you've kind of taken that into your other projects as well. Do you think, as an artist and as a producer, that NFT, blockchain, these kind of technology can help you guys in the long run to own your kind of music, your own music?
It's a really good question. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. What really excited me about NFTs when it like just started, or when it started exploding, was that the free form, right? Like if I put a 40-second song on Spotify, everybody's going to judge me for it. But people are not judging me for it if I create like a soundtrack / music piece / sound effects combined with the video, because like any form it goes. That's what really excited me, again, to do something new. That right now it's like Microsoft Paint. When Microsoft Paint came out, you can do anything that your abilities lets you do, right?
Yeah.
It's an open canvas. And I think people are just trying to figure out what you can do with it, how you can use it. What really excited me is that visual artists, so I've been following so many of the visual artists that are killing it in the NFT game for so long, because I just love their work. There's finally like a store for them, essentially, right? Like us musicians had iTunes or physical CDs, but they never had a store. They never had a way to really sell it unless it was commissioned for something. So I think it's awesome that they had a chance to actually make money off their amazing work.
Yep, that's right. And okay, one last question. After talking about all of that, what do you think is the next project for Zedd? Is it going to be an album, a few more singles, or is it going to be visual artists combining with your music?
I'm hoping the next project is the album. Make You Say, initially I was hoping to put on the album, and things changed. But yeah, I hope the next big step for me is the album. That's the next thing I can release.
Okay, great. We'll be looking forward to that. And in the meantime, go listen to Make You Say, go watch the music video. And Zedd, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you for taking the time.